Hello, Samurai. I'm sorry you can't be in class with us today for whatever reason. So we're going to keep moving forward and we're going to give you as much as we can on the video today. If you complete this video with me today, then you will get a stripe on your belt when you come back. So hopefully you don't fall too far behind. All right, so let's start our online class. Samurai, stand up and attention. Bow. Very nice. All right, so let's start our warm-up. We're going to go down in our push-up position. Now, if you're feeling nice and strong, you can stay up on your toes. If you're not feeling quite 100% today, you can go on your knees. That's okay, but you have to have those arms straight and be super strong. All right, ready? We're going to count together. I'm going to count, and you count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay nice and strong. Keep those arms straight. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. All right, we're going to stand back up. You see that spyglass window because I am watching you still. All right, we'll put our feet out, shoulder width apart. We're going to squat down nice and low. Make sure you keep those knees bent. I'm watching. I'm checking what you're doing. All right, here we go. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. Bend those knees. 4, 5, 6. Don't sit all the way on the floor. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice job. Shake those legs out. Shake those out. All right, here we go. Now we're going to work our abs. We're going to lay on back. We're going to curl those legs up. We're going to put our hands behind our head and hold our head up, and we're just going to hold it super strong. Here we go. Ready? If you're feeling super strong, you can straighten those legs out. I'm going to keep mine curled for today. Here we go. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So who straightened out their legs? Who kept their legs nice and straight, was feeling super strong today? Excellent job. All right, so now we're going to do our bridge. Remember our rule for our bridges? I know you do. No saggy bottoms. If you have to, find someone to be a booty kicker to keep that up. Here we go. Bridge up nice and high. And hold it. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. No saggy bottoms. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see you drooping that bottom down. 9 and 10. Very good. Sit on down. And let's stand up. All right, attention, and bow. Student creed. Repeat after me. I will do things that are good for me. I will stay away from things that can hurt me. I will do my chores without being reminded, and I will use my karate to help people. 3 claps. Oh, were you stopping or you want me to keep going?
Let's go.
Okay. All right. Now remember, if you memorize that student creed and you remember it 100%, you might get called up to the front of the class when you come back and get to say it with us. All right, let's sit on down. Put those feet out straight and reach down, touch those toes. Very nice. Let's open those legs out really wide. See if you reach down to one side. And let's go over to the other side. Very good. Let's see if you can go to both sides. Who can stretch their head all the way down to the floor? Super job. Let's bring those feet in for a butterfly stretch. Let's stretch all the way down to our toes. All right, now when you come back, we'll practice this one and see who can keep both legs up without rolling over. we're not going to do that today because I want you to practice that one at home. All right, let's stand on up. And let's do some big circles. And twist side to side. Excellent job, everyone, and attention. All right, so you all know that we've been talking about we have a test coming up at the end of the month, and I'm sure that most of you want to be getting that next belt. So we want to make sure that you're able to keep up with us at the stripes so you don't fall too far behind. So this week we're going to be practicing some of the things we learned a long time ago. I'm sure you remember some of these words. We talked about focus, we've talked about teamwork, we talked about control and memory. All right, so focus was paying attention. So we're going to do a drill with focus where we're going to be blindfolded and you have to defend yourself. You'll probably remember this one. If you have a partner with you somewhere today, it'd be a good time to find that partner and ask them to join you with this. We're also going to do teamwork. That one definitely needs a partner, but we're going to work on holding punches for each other while we're practicing our punches for teamwork. Control, we're going to work on our kicks. You remember our 4-part kick and our 5-part side kick. We're going to practice having control over our bodies and working on that. And memory. I want to see how well you guys remember your front stances and your back stances. All right, so we're going to work on all of that today. It's going to keep us very busy. All right, so right now we're going to practice our focus. Remember, focus is paying attention. All right, so if I was to touch Mr. Cameron or grab Mr. Cameron on this arm, he's going to bring out both arms and push that off. Very nice. And if I grab this arm, remember he's using both arms because that's way stronger than just using one. And if you're pushing someone away, you want to make sure you push them nice and hard. Now, if I'm to reach down here and grab this leg, ooh, a super hard downward block. Or this leg, same thing, a super hard downward block. So I know you remember we went over these, but we're going to make it a little bit more interesting. We're going to see how focused Mr. Cameron can be. So Mr. Cameron's going to be blindfolded. He's not going to see where I'm coming from. All right, Mr. Cameron, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't see, right? Okay. All right, so here we go. Ready? And, ooh, good one. Very nice. Ooh, nobody's bugging Mr. Cameron. Very good. All right, Mr. Cameron got all of those. Let's see how you can do. Let's see if you can do 6 or 8 of those with your partner, and then you switch and have someone else hold the blindfold and try it again. All right? All right, everyone, for our teamwork drill, we're going to practice holding each other's punches. All right, I understand you guys don't have pads at home. We would usually use the pads here, practice holding, but we do have hands. I know you all have 2 of them, so we're going to go ahead and use our hands. So, Mr. Cameron's going to punch first, and I'll hold for him, but what I want you to do is remember that karate fist. Roll those fingers down, wrap that thumb around nice and tight. No thumbs out the sides or sticking up. Make sure they're wrapped around nice and tight, that super tight karate fist. Also remember, we're crisscrossing. We're going to do our straight jab cross punches, but we are crisscrossing. We're not punching to hands straight in front of us. All right, so Mr. Cameron, go ahead into your sparring stance.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold my hands up. Now Mr. Cameron's left hand is going to come across to my left hand, and his right hand is going to come across to my right hand. Ready? And go. Let's do 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice job. So let's see if you can do that. You throw 10 punches for the partner that you have with you, and then let your partner throw 10 punches. Go ahead and pause. All right, so for our next drill, we're going to practice control. We have to have really good control over our bodies in order to do some of these really fancy kicks we're going to be doing in the future. All right, but we have to start with the basics first. So who remembers the 4 parts of our roundhouse kick? I knew it. I knew you'd remember. All right, so Mr. Cameron, we're going to go ahead into that roundhouse kick. So can you show me the 4 parts? Ready? Show me chamber, kick, re-chamber, and put that foot down. Very nice. Now remember, what part of our foot do we kick with for the roundhouse kick? Yes, the shoelace part, the very top. So we have to make sure that we point that foot. Mr. Cameron, will you show them a pointed foot for your roundhouse kick, please? Very nice. Make sure we're not kicking with the toes. Show them what we do sometimes when we're kicking with the toes. That is definitely not what we want to do. We want to point that foot. Thank you, Mr. Cameron. All right, so let's do that one more time, that 4-part kick for the roundhouse kick. Ready? We're going to chamber, kick, rechamber, and put it down. Very nice job. Now, here's the trick. If you really think you're going to be super under control, let's see if you can do that 5-part kick for the side kick that we did. All right, so Mr. Cameron, let's see that. We're going to do that side kick this time. So remember, we have to flex our foot because we're turning our toes sideways and hitting with the bottom of our foot with the heel part. All right, so let's see your chamber. Now that extra part we have to do for that side kick is to flip it over, kick it, rechamber, and put it down. Very good. Let's try that one more time. We're going to chamber it up, flip it over, kick it out, rechamber, and put it down. Very nice. Now, if you can send a video of you doing those kicks, or those 4-part kicks, to show me how super controlled you are, that would be awesome. But let's see if you can practice that at least 5 times, both kicks on both legs. Go ahead and hit pause now. All right, for the last part for today, we're going to practice memory. And what I want to know is if you remember the 2 stances we've been working on this module. We've been working on that front stance with either a rising block or a downward block, and we've been working on our back stance with the knife edge block. So who remembers the important parts? There's 3 important rules about our front stance. Who remembers the 3 important rules about that front stance? Oh, very good. That's right. Front knee is bent, your back leg is straight, and that heel has to be down. That's very important. That's how we get power in our stance. That heel has to be down. Front leg bent, back leg straight, and heel down. All right, so let's give it a try. We'll do that with our rising block. All right, so let's go to ready position. We're going to step out with that left leg and that rising block over your head. Now remember, whichever leg is out front, that's the same arm that does the block, whether it's a rising block or a downward block. So we got that front knee bent, back leg straight, heel is down, block is over your head. Make sure your belt knot is facing to the front. If it's off to the side, then it's not a good stance. So keep that belt knot facing front. Very nice. So let's come back. And now we're going to step out with that right leg. Same thing. Front stance, rising block over your head. Front leg is bent, back leg is straight, heel is down, block is over your head. That is awesome. All right, let's go back to ready position. And attention, let's see if you can do 5 front stances with that rising block. And pause. All right, the last stance we're going to work on is that back stance. You may remember we also worked on this during fitness week because it really makes your muscles work. Remember, burning muscles are growing muscles, so that's a good thing. So remember, we're going to take this right leg, we're going to turn those toes to the side. Our left foot, we're going to step out, and then we're going to bend those knees nice and low like you're squatting down. That block out front, the other one comes right in front of your chest. There's your back stance. Very nice. Bend those knees down nice and low. Very good. And let's come back. Ready position. Now let's try it on the other side. You're going to take that left leg, turn those toes to the side. Your right foot is going to come forward. So they're on, one is pointing toward the front and one is pointing toward the side. You're going to bend both knees down nice and low. Block comes out in front of your face. And the other one goes right in front of your chest. Now, what I would like for you to do, come back to ready position. What I'd like for you to try to do is to try walking forward with your back stances. So we're going to start with the left. We're going to point the right foot off to the side. Left foot steps out front. Squat down nice and low. Block out front, the other one in front of your chest. Now see if you can step forward and switch your stance. So we're going to step forward. Switch that block and the stance is facing the other direction now. See if you can do 5 or 6 of those in a row. That'll make those muscles work for sure. Go back to ready position. Send me a video of you doing those stances. That would be awesome. And attention. All right, you guys did a great job today. I'm very proud of all the review work you've done. So let's go ahead and take a knee. Be down on one knee. Up, body's up nice and strong. All right, so remember, we have our test coming up in a couple of weeks. Some of you are ready to test for your next belt, and we don't want you to fall behind, so make sure you let us know that you did your class online. If you haven't been able to be here for whatever reason, make sure that you let us know, and we'll get that attendance stripe for you so that you do not fall behind and miss out on the test. I also want you to remember, make sure we're coughing into our elbows and sneezing, keeping distance and out of other people's faces. Make sure you're washing your hands and using a lot of hand sanitizer. Hopefully none of you get sick. And I'll see you back at the dojo very, very soon. Thank you very much for joining me today. Let's stand up. And attention. Make sure your feet are together, hands by your side, and bow. Thank you very much. Oh.